So Phil, it was the last day of the summer's WSOP. How are you feeling, man?
I mean, I think normally I'd be like depressed, and I'm never really suicidal. I'm not that depressed guy, but I think like when you get eliminated from the main event, it's usually a rough day. I remember when my son was young, and I finished in 5th place, and Carlos Mortensen won the main event that year. I remember how depressed I was, and for 2 weeks I was miserable. Now, I tried not to show my kids that, but my wife knew. My poor wife. She had to put up with me. I remember we rented a boat in Mount Shasta, Lake Shasta.
Okay.
You rent houseboats there.
Yeah.
And I was just miserable for 2 weeks. And so this time around, I dealt with it pretty well. I mean, what can I do? I got in with queens in a spot where I probably just, as good as I am, I had to go. I raised, Negreanus re-raised. I knew he didn't have aces or kings, and that's the key thing. So I moved in, and I can only have 3 or 4 hands, so I can only have queens, kings, aces, or ace king. And he's like, "Oh, I guess we're tied." No, Daniel, you're looking at aces, kings, queens, or ace king.
Yeah.
But that's okay. He happened to have ace king, and I lost the flip, and it's unfortunate because if I win the flip, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have.
You have a good shot at the final table.
Yeah. And I feel like I battled the cards. Day 1, I ran like God. I played 4 levels, sets, quads, got to 90,000. I was lucky on day 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, day 2, I battled the cards, and day 3, I really battled the cards. And so, it's unfortunate that it goes that way. Some weird beats. Hands I'll never talk about again. When I won really bad, like I don't post it. Like
No.
when I have set over set and I lose, and I have the top set, I try not to post those. When
that happened this tournament? No.
Not in the main event.
No.
But
in previous events,
I mean, there were weird hands in the 50K where. I mean, I can't talk about them.
No.
I mean, a guy bluffing into me when I have aces up and he's got 3 or 4 outs. And so I don't want to talk about that shit.
No.
And so it just feels like I just hope I can play this good every day.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you in Europe as well. Are you looking forward to Berlin?
I think Berlin's going to be a lot of fun. I really do. And right now I'm kind of like, I'm fired up.
Yeah, you won the main event
more bracelets
before. I wish you
won
best
the
of luck
WSOP.
there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Okay.
Perfect.